Well, Halloween has just passed. Christmas coming around the corner, and here's the bedroom. It's a mess, like normal, but I have some things I want to get done, and my 6 foot fiber optic Christmas tree, my favorite Christmas decoration I own, is right before me. Over the summer when I was using it, this tree has had a few issues. After I changed a bulb, the fan on it decided to get somewhat noisy. So I think there's some sort of issue with like the support with the fan inside that just happens to make the fan a bit noisy. Here's actually the support that goes on top of the fan that keeps the fan held down to the base, and then there's free screws that actually hold the entire bottom half of the tree into the plastic pot type deal that's right here. Before I really get into anything, I am going to plug it in and see what type of weird noises I can get out of it. So, just put the camera up here. It is making a good bit of noise. This thing used to be like dead silent to the point where you couldn't really hear it at all. But it does make some noise. And the thing looks amazing. It's a really nice looking tree. So, it'd be a shame if it just makes a lot of noise, because there's a spot down in the living room I like to use this tree at, and I wish to use it, but I can't use it if it's crazy noisy. Turned off the heater. This thing is just unbearably noisy. We're just gonna lift the upper half of the tree out. There's the color disc and the fan. I don't really know what... Seemed like the fan was making that noise, but I'm not really sure what. So there's also a total of 3 screws that go along here. Now, I kept it unscrewed so it would be easy to change the bulb, but I think that's one of my issues. I'm also noticing what appears to be some hair or something that's just kind of stuck inside of the fan. Now, the fan's a bit dirty, but let me unplug this so I can actually see what's going on down here. I have some other color wheels. That's actually from some other fiber optic items that I've owned. It doesn't appear to be anything that looks out of the ordinary. It's just mainly this fan is just really noisy. So I'm going to just put this fan back in here, tighten it down. Look for the other free screws that go in those holes, and then attach the actual base, this plastic base, into the thing, and see if that cuts out the unnecessary noise that it's making, so I can go ahead and use it in a few weeks when I get it out. Oh, here's the cats watching. Let's get into at least trying to get this fan working. Gonna need a screw bit of some sort, a really small one. And what you can't see is there is a screwdriver set over here. So I have to use like a normal manual type screwdriver. Put this in here, so the electric set's not going to be of any use. Let me just check quickly to see. These, I think right here, these free screws are the screws that are used to keep the tree fastened or whatever. But we're just going to set this fan in here. I don't know if there's a certain way it should be in here or something. It seems like the only way that it fits is like this. So fan is in there, and this piece goes over the fan. Like so. I think. Seems like this little mounting bracket isn't necessarily staying in the right place. I also have thought about replacing the fan at some point in time. Let's see what this does. I don't really know what is causing the fan to do that. Something I'm gonna try is see if I can get some like small pieces of fabric, lay one on the bottom underneath the fan and another one on the top above the fan, and see if that quiets it down. So I'm just gonna unscrew this again. I'm gonna try to find some fabric or something that I can use to hopefully make the fan run a lot quieter than it is. So just remove that out of the way, and I'm gonna be right back. I got some felt here, so I'm gonna make a little pad here, a little felt pad for the fan to rest on. So, all I'm necessarily just gonna do is actually, I'm gonna get a piece. And it should fit like this underneath the fan. If I can get the fan to sit in there. Another piece that would go probably just along the top of the fan as well. So, like this. Put the piece on. Don't know why it started vibrating like this all of a sudden. We'll see if this works. Now, it's probably not a good idea. I'm using felt here. Maybe a fire hazard, but I'm not sure if this would even work or not. Screw isn't even being pushed down all the way. That should be good. The fan still appears to make some noise. I'm gonna try another thing. So I'm gonna attempt to put the actual tree part of the tree back on. That's right here. So let's see how this goes. Necessarily, I have it propped up on another thing, and I'm just gonna try to put the base on. Oh, it looks like the top part is separate, so I might just disconnect the top from the bottom and just fasten this to there. Don't necessarily know. Trying to use my head. And the cat is clawing on my sock. The electric screwdriver would have made this like 3 times more easier. I've had this thing serviced, I've had to service this thing several times so far over the summer, and as you can tell by how many fake pine needles are on the floor, this thing is not necessarily the easiest thing to keep running. Oh, time for the moment of truth. I heard something pop. Don't really know what that was. It seems to be functioning fine. And it's quiet. Huh. Oh, that's not good. It's making noise again. I guess the next plan is I'm going to probably just decommission the fan and then just drill a bunch of holes along the top here. But that'll be for a different video. I had enough of this thing of tonight, so thank you very much for watching and keep the breeze.